the person, the founder, the soul and heart and brain behind the Briar Cliff Review for 35 years, Trisha Kernishian.
I'm going to start crying soon. This magazine started in 1989, but it took until 2010 for us to earn a place in this gallery. And we're so proud of that, to be in this gallery. We're grateful to Christopher Atkins for this show. We're grateful to Todd Behrens because he was a curator once, now he's a director. They have all worked with Jeff Baldus. And sorry to say, Jeff Baldus is not here, but you shouldn't feel sorry for him. He is in Amsterdam at the Rijks, did I say it, the Rijks Museum, seeing the Vermeer retrospective. And he was so overjoyed to get tickets. So, on behalf of Jeff Baldus, on behalf of all the editors of the Briar Cliff Review, we thank the Art Center for allowing us this wonderful space. And the collaboration has been going on for, I think, 14 years, but 15's fine. When we work together, we do all benefit. And I'm going to stop and hand it over to Christopher.
Thank you, Trisha. Thank you for all your energy. Just by a show of hands, who are the artists who are in this show? More perceptive than me. Okay, great. Let's give them all a round of applause, please. I'm glad all of you could make it. I'm glad all of you could be here. I'm glad all of you, if you did bring your friends and family, I'm glad they can kind of share this joy, this excitement with you. I don't know all of you. I've seen a lot of your work on a monitor. I've seen your work on a proof, on a piece of paper. Over the past few weeks, all these artworks have arrived, and I've seen the big, the small, and all of it. So thank you for contributing all of your work. Richard, I want to say thanks to you as well for helping put together the journal, working with you on getting the proofs, everything just buttoned up. Thanks for all of your help. So, one of the beautiful things about this project is really how the Briar Cliff Review focuses our attention on the written word. It's not a monitor, it's not a phone, it's the printed word on a page. And I think the same thing can be said about the artworks in this show. They are reproduced in the magazine, but what we really do with these exhibitions is really try to really focus on the primacy of seeing the artwork as it's meant to be, to walk around it, to really see it in all its glory. And hopefully, then you come back multiple times to see it while it's up through September 3rd. So thank you all for being here. In that spirit of voices and of hearing directly from the artists, I want to introduce 4 artists tonight. They are Aaron Holtz, Terry McGaffin, Brittany Brooke Crow, and Mike Walsh. They're each going to say a few words about some of their artwork, just to kind of give you an idea of where they're coming from and what the work is about. Please stick around for a little bit longer. At 7 o'clock, in about 5 minutes, I think, right? Okay, we got 17 minutes. There will be readings from the journal downstairs. We hope that you stick around. For those of you who are the artists who are getting copies of your journal, please come down to the readings so you can get those later. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it to Aaron.
Thank you. Better late than never. This is my first time being included in this, and it's the last time. And I would just say we have friends who live in northern Minnesota, a town of 3,000. They've made an amazing arts community, and so you just have to want to. And this may be ending, but someone else is going to pick up the leaf and make a new chapter, and they're going to say we're going to do another Briar Cliff. We can't live without it. And, you know, you live in a world, you make choices, and you choose. A lot of people choose art, poetry, language because it matters. I love this pairing, by the way. I've just met Terry, but it's the same conversation. It's no different. I'm dealing with triangles and clouds and landscape, and so are you in a way. Mine's slightly more abstract. My interest, many in one, is this whole idea of 750 indigenous nations in North America, and the idea that using the colors from those flags and putting them into the landscape. So there's embedded in it some ideas that I think about but the very same landscape could have been covered to a barbecue grill. And I love the triangles at the bottom. So anyway, I think it's a brilliant pairing. I love being included with these artists. I don't know if Megan's here, but a big shout out. She has an acrylic painting next to one of the other artists speaking, but it's powerful, great painting. So I just feel humbled to be part of it. I'm happy to be part of it. You know, a lot of these paintings and artworks, photographs are speaking to each other in good ways, and that's good curation. So that's really it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. I'm Terry Parrish McGavin, and Aaron has already referenced my painting. The title of the painting is Power, and it comes from a photograph that I took in my backyard last July during one of those very rare occasions when we had thunderstorms. Actually had rain. Aaron gives me an opportunity to throw out a troubling dichotomous characterization that I've been carrying around in my head for many years. When I look at art like Aaron's and many of the pieces in the show and a lot of art that I love so much, I think of it as being agrarian in nature. Okay, the farmer plants the seed of thought, as Aaron has planted the seed of thought in my mind when I look at the painting. In my own work, I think of myself, again, this dichotomous characterization. I think of myself not as an agrarian, but as a hunter-gatherer. And so when I see things like these clouds in back of these power lines, which are everywhere in our world, I can't let that go. I've got to pluck that like right this berry off the tree. So that is really the motivation for much of my painting, much of my life. So thank you very much, Christopher and Aaron.
All right, don't excuse me, I did bring some notes. My name is Brittany Burke-Crow. My artwork is right over there. It's a black and white self-portrait. There is a mirror over that way. So yeah, my name is Brittany Burke-Crow. I'm an artist based out of Mainframe Studios in Des Moines, Iowa. In my art practice, I use the medium of photography to explore intimacy, vulnerability, and ways of seeing. 3 years ago, I turned the camera toward myself. It happened to be during the pandemic, and it kind of made sense when I wasn't able to photograph other people as easily. And I was interested in investigating how our relationship to the representation of the nude body is influenced when the work itself is a self-portrait. So the male gaze has historically defined women's experiences and images. So I wanted to know what happens if I'm the person gazing and also receiving that gaze. What happens when I'm the photographer and the model? So I use the mirror. It's a traditional symbol of vanity. It also happens to be a part of my camera that I use. And I play with that to cover parts of my body and reflect and double other parts of my body as a way of controlling my image as both the artist and the model. The photograph, its title is What is Seen and What is Not, could be considered a seminal work for my practice at this point. Creating this in the original exhibition it was meant for acted as a catalyst for my current body of work. So I'm thrilled to have this particular piece included in this final volume of the Briar Cliff Review in this exhibition. I want to give a special thanks to Christopher Atkins for his initial interest in my work. Thank y'all.
I can't top that. My name is Mike Walsh, and my photograph is around the corner. It's the black and white photograph on the wall back there. What's a photograph that I took in Massachusetts, on the western edge of Massachusetts. It was a Shaker village. It's the Hancock Shaker village. And in order to explain the photograph, I have to give you a little back history on the Shaker village. The Shakers was a religious group, came over from England in about 1700 sometime, 1780, I think, and they came to the United States because they felt they'd have more freedom here to practice their religion. And right now, I think there's about 9 Shaker villages in the United States, most of them on the eastern part of the country. So when I went into this building, I saw this
particular broom and dustpan hang on the wall. And I thought to myself, to me, that kind of exemplified the simplicity of the people that were there when the Shakers were there. And the photograph wouldn't work as color. It had to be black and white. And there was some light coming in. If you look at it, there's some light coming in on the floor from a door you can't see, which is to the outside. And so the lighting was just right. And I just think that it was one of the best ones I found there. I took several photographs there. That was one that exemplified the simplicity of the Shakers.
Thank you.
Thank you.